Two by two now. We're going to be in now we need
where are the speakers that were speaking?
Right here.
We'll do this line behind the people. Let me give this mic away.
Here, you want this mic, Fred?
If you're media and you're going to film, we need 10 feet in front of our media in our setback, 10-foot space before people are able to start.
You all gonna go two by two. Danielle, take over again, you and Robin. You go, Robin.
All right, so we're going to go 2 by 2, and we're going to be 10 feet apart. So the marshals up here are going to tell you how to space. Jean, if you could come over here next to Pam. Thank you. We're going to go 2 by 2, 10 feet apart. We are marching this way.
Please line up 2 by 2.
Danielle, what you do is let them start hold the line.
The marshals are going to space you out. Please listen to the marshals as they keep you spaced out. Here we go. Forward together.
Not one step back.
Forward together.
Slow pace, okay? Think about steps forward.
2 by 2.
2 by 2. 2 by 2.
That's fine. Walk half the speed you think you're supposed to and you're golden, okay?
This isn't working. I don't know.
Because you got the reference behind you. You need us to pace slow, okay?
Y'all got the pace?
As you all fall in line, make sure you're 2 by 2.
Start walking backwards so we can move.
Let's go.
2 by 2. Go ahead.
We need you all to move so we can move.
2 by 2.
We need everybody to be 2 by 2 formation, please.
There's okay.
Now, fall in line 2 by 2. I need 2 up here. I need 2 right here. Single file line 2 by 2. Arnold, I need you to be partnered up. Justice League, can you get with Arnold? Hey.
Listen, y'all. If we just wait, this is about safety. The marshals, if they're talking to you, don't move when the line moves. They'll tell you when to move. Everybody get quiet. It's hot, so everybody be quiet. Now, first 2, go. Don't go till I say. Second 2, go. Third 2, go. Fourth 2, go. Fifth 2, go. Don't wait on me. Go ahead. 6-2, go. They need to move with Reverend. Thank you, Reverend. Take care. Hold up. 7-2, Barbara can go. I'm calling the lines right here. I'm on you. That way we won't have fusses and can, or we keep the focus on the right thing. If anybody's talking to you to protect you, next 2, go. And watch your pace. Next 2, go. Don't walk too fast. Next, I didn't say go. Preachers. Y'all got to behave. Next, now, preachers. Now, let's go, preachers. That way we show an example for the young folks. All right, now.
Hear us out here marching right now.
Now, Reverend, this day. Go. Next 2, go. Next 2, go.
Cops are putting them gloves on. So scared.
Marshals, do you want to pause here or are we crossing?
You all can sing whatever you want. It doesn't matter.
Just take it a little slow around this way.
Let's sing like we mean it. It sounds like you're tired. Turn me around, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around.
best place for it. But Capitol staffers bringing in an 18-pack of White Claws there. This is confusing.
to Senator McConnell's office. So follow the instructions of your marshals that are getting you into 2 lines. Understand? I need you in 2 lines side by side, just like you marched over here. While we're getting into those 2 lines, we're going to hear from a group from Kentucky that has come all the way here to raise our spirits in song, to keep our minds focused on freedom. Justice League LOU.
Thank you. I'm Chris Rashid, co-founder of Justice League LOU, and these are my business partners. Without further ado, Tricked Out Trash Can.
Somebody pray for us. Somebody pray for us. Somebody pray for us. Yeah. This one goes out to Martin Luther King. Uncle Cole, Robert Roberts. That's your power. Yeah. Down trash can. Throw away your trash can. If you see it, pick it up and throw it in the trash can. Trick down trash can. Throw away your trash can. If you see it, pick it up and throw it in the trash can. In the past, honor and pride was our way of life. If injustice struck us down, our leaders, they were right and died. Martin Luther King was assassinated, sacrificed, murdered for his visions and his bravery. Genocide. Back in the day, MLK went to Memphis, Tennessee. 2 white men crushed to death. It was such a tragedy. They got crushed to death in the back of a garbage truck. If you're black and worked in sanitation, you were out of luck. Government in the front was reserved for white people. If you're black and work in the back of the truck, you're not equal. That's what these men cause mass hysteria to black men from an urbanized area. MLK responded by marching on business. Before he got a second chance to march, they killed him. Now we in modern days, living the dream of MLK. Equal rights, equal pay, the struggle is far from our remains. A journey of 1,000 miles begins in step 1, but if we don't love ourselves, then we won't get it done. I see trash on the street every time I look around, but before it reaches the sky, can we take care of our ground? Reach your hands up to the sky, pray for peace and hold them high. We can do this, you and I, water, earth, wind, and fire. The equipment now. This is the equipment now. Only you and I can do for you and I. So why don't we just do for you and I? We see for us, so we don't have to die. Hey, what they say? Hey, what they say? They say you are what you eat and watch the company you keep. Who is it about those who throw trash in the street? This is our city. No, it ain't. It's most not. The truth of the matter is, we all what we got.
Yeah. Now we need to keep marching. Like they did in the old civil rights movement. Get in a line and go to the end of the corner and come back. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Oh, we're gonna make a circle.
Let's go.
Okay, got it.
Let's march around and chant. What do we want? Voting rights. When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? All right, come on, let's go. Everybody that's marching. Circle. Make one circle. Let's make the circle.
They have enough people to do these.
The line needs to come all the way to the front door, Clinton. Needs to come here. Y'all come to me. Come to me. I'm still teaching. Come on this way. Keep coming. Bring the line this way. Marshals, I need the marshals. Bring the line this way. Come on, come on. Come on. Now, they'll tell you when to turn around. Thank you. Let's make the circle. Come on. Y'all know how to get them to do it? Move there. Yeah, let's go. Come on, keep on going. Let's go. Let's go. We're marching. Come on. What do we want? Voting rights. When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Voting rights!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Voting rights!
When do we want it?
Now!
Pass the bill.
Pass the bill!
Pass the bill. Come on, y'all. Pass the bill. Come on. Pass the bill. Let's go. Come on.
Come on, y'all. This way.
Let's go, Robin. What do you want? Voting rights. Now. What do we want?
Media. I need all the media.
When do we want it? What do we want?
Voting rights!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Voting rights!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Voting rights!
When do we want it?
Now!
Stop! The filibuster! Pass! The bill! Stop! The filibuster! Pass! The bill! Stop! The filibuster! Pass! The bill! Stop! The filibuster! Pass! need all of them to make one circle. I want them for one circle. Get in line. No, all the people just gonna do. Come on, let's go. Let's go. And the preachers that can, come on, get in the line. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Keep on, let's make that circle. No more filibuster. No more. 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 Pass the bill. Pass the bill.
Pass the bill.
Free to vote.
Free to vote.
Pass the bill.
Pass the bill.
Free to vote.
Free to vote.
Pass the bill.
Pass the bill.
Free to vote.
Free to vote.
Pass the bill.
Pass the bill.
Free to vote.
Free to vote.
Pass the bill.
Pass the bill.
Free to vote.
Free to vote.
Pass the bill.
Pass the bill.
Let's keep this circle going. Let's keep it going. Keep the circle going.
Keep it going. Keep the circle going.
I need somebody that's a chanter to come here. Come on. Say Manchin. McConnell. Free to vote.
Free the vote!
Free to vote.
Free the vote!
Manchin.
Manchin.
McConnell. Senators. Free to vote.
Free to vote.
Free to vote.
Free to vote.
Now we're going to keep marching in the circle. Let's keep marching in the circle. Where is it? I don't need to come up there. I need them to do it. All right. Now, when you ready?
You're all right. You're all right. You're all right.
You want to take me? You said take me. You said you ready to take me? Man up. All right, those that are doing direct action. Danielle.
This is what democracy looks like! 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 Alright, those who have disturbed my conscience to engage in direct action, I need you to proceed out of the line!
Hey, Steve.
We are going into the street! Those who have disturbed my conscience, engage in direct action.
Y'all got to keep walking.
We are going into the street. What do we want? Voting rights. When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it?
The moment you
What
step
do you
on the
want?
road, they snipe you.
When do we want it? If we don't get it, 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 shut it down, if we don't get it, shut it down, if we don't get it, shut it down,
Just try to get in the building.
Shut it down!
Yeah, it can't be open to the public yet.
Shut it down! 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 Shut it down!
They might try to close the road. I think
Shut it down! 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 Shut it down now! 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 Shut it down now!
we're in the middle of this thing.
rights activists. They never responded. And so we decided that we had to take nonviolent civil disobedience action. We're not violent. We're willing to take our penalty. And we're saying across this country, it's time for people, poor, especially poor and low-wealth people, and religious and moral leaders to march on these Senate offices, come here to D.C. and march non-violent. As Reverend Jackson said, we don't have to be an insurrection because we are a mobilization and a resurrection. But we have to. Nothing is more important than these voting rights. Nothing is more important than raising a living wage. Nothing is more important than our people's health care. Nothing is more important than the restoration of the Voting Rights Act. It took this to win it. It's going to take this to keep it. It took this to win it. It's going to take this to keep it. So we are not going anywhere. We call on moral people, non-violent people, people of conscience. If you're old, it's time to suit up one more time. If you're middle-aged, it's time to pay for all of the things you benefited from other people. And if it's young and we've marched for other things, we need to march and be willing to even put our bodies on the line and engage in non-violent civil disobedience. People die for these rights.
What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Justice!
They're blocking the infrastructure and they're engaging in interposition and unification. So it doesn't matter for us whether it's black or white or Democrat or Republican. Resurrection to resurrection. This is just the beginning. In 2 weeks, the Corcoran's campaign, others, Reverend Jackson, we're going to have people in every state in these Senate offices raised in these three things. Stop this filibuster. Pass the bill as it is. It doesn't need compromise. It needs courage. And restore the Voting Rights Act. John Lewis signed it and wrote it in his memory, in his dreams, and in his blood. He's dead for his
step up. You don't step up, you will be arrested. Step out first.
Can I have your attention, please? This is Captain Mendoza with the United States Capitol Police. You're currently engaged in illegal demonstration activity. Cease and desist or you'll be arrested.
I said to get on the sidewalk. All on the sidewalk.
I'm sending an email.
Stand by, they're coming to us. You got it.
This is Captain Mendoza with the United States Capitol Police. You are currently engaged in illegal demonstration activity. Cease
pushing down.
Guys, we need you to move that way, please.
Need to keep the sidewalk open.
To be human. My only question is, were there other people? It looked like maybe more than 20, but we didn't miss it. To be human.
Hey folks, push back. This whole area needs to be cleared up. Back on the other side of the door, guys. Jim, where's Jim?
They're right in front of you.
Back into the sidewalk. Hey folks, keep moving down. Go. Everyone, get back. The other side of the door. Everyone. Move back. Move back. Move back.
No, we have criminal charges. We're being accused now. How disgusting.
Move back.
That it is a criminal and a crime to be a human being.
On to the other side of the entrance. You have to go and park. Have to move back. Folks, we need you to move to your left. Move to your left, please. You can't block the entrance. Folks, move to your left. To your left. To your right. Move to your left. Keep pushing down that way. You can stay as long as you don't block the entrance. Keep moving down that way.
That's why just make a circle. You can't push it too far in
Ain't none of this shit. Pop up on January 6th. Well, that's crazy. Cowards. This is cowards out here.
What do you say? Okay, so this right here is not blocking it. Let's start this block this up here. At all? Let's keep moving. That's it. That's what we're doing.
Yo, we split. My fault, cameraman. No worries. Michael White.
Locking arms.
So if you're talking, that means you ain't here for the peace. Because we asking y'all nicely.
Let's clear this.
Clear the door.
Keep going down. This way, please.
Clear the door.
Keep coming down.
Keep coming down.
This way. Now. Come out. Let's go this way, please. Come on. We have one lady down right there, okay? All right. Excuse me.
So they're trying to get you far back.
Are they making her move?
Something different.
Step up under the tape. Everybody step back, please. Step back, please. Step back. You guys are fine to do what you're doing. We just need you on the side.
Hey, Diana, come on. Back up. Back up, y'all. Back up.
So I got to make a hole, please.
Can we just back up onto the sidewalk, fam? Back up to the sidewalk.
They're being taken into custody. And it's going to get the chance. Now we know.
Okay. They just want you out. Okay.
We need to keep the sidewalks open. Y'all gotta keep the sidewalks open. We have to keep this open. We cannot block the walkway.
Even as they are caught, even as they are restrained, even as they are placed in vehicles, they are free. Amen?
Amen.
God makes people free. That's why we're here. Take a posture of prayer, meditation, and position. Love and justice, we know you are already with us. We won't pray for you to suspend the person's body because we know you already animate. our minds and hearts. But we will continue to pray spirits of love and justice, not of place the cloak of protection around our siblings and faith, our siblings in justice who have just given witness. Place a cloak of protection. Place a continued animation of courage upon their beings within their very souls, that they might continue to know, even as they are tough, even as they are imprisoned, they are yet free. The spirit of love and justice, we will pray that you would continue from this day, even as the king bothers our body and we got sweat dripping all over. Amen? Amen. Even in this moment of irritation, spirit of love and justice, we pray that you would continue to agitate us. Continue to make us maladjusted to the very conditions the Senators McConnell and Manchin perpetuate. And we would pray, spirit of love and justice, because we are a people who believe in redemption, that you would turn the hearts of Senators McConnell and Manchin and anyone that would continue to support a racist filibuster, that would continue to suppress the voice of the people, because God, we know you get the people. Turn their hearts, Lord. Turn their hearts.
God, you are indeed a God of justice. And we pray that you remember when Barbara and everyone who is free, when they go to jail in order to set others free. They stand in the middle of the street in order that others might be safe. They lift their voices in order that those who are not listened to might indeed be heard. And we stand here today, oh God, in front of the pillars of power, knowing that they are not really powerful. But there is only one powerful being in the world, and it is you. And we ask for your power to fill our hearts, that we never are discouraged. That this might be a long road that we walk, that change might come slowly. But we give you thanks because change is going to come. One day things are going to be different. One day we shall have men and women who represent us, who truly represent the least of us, who care about children who don't have enough to eat, who are worried about schools that don't have enough money, who are concerned about men and women who simply want to lift their voice through voting and to protect their right to vote. We stand here today united because we know that as long as we stand together, that there is nothing that can defeat us. As long as we pray together, we know that there is nothing that can stop us. As long as we march together, we know that we shall win. We pray, oh God, that your victory might begin right here on this sidewalk, that we may know that the first action has already been taken. And you hold the future in your hand, and the future is one of victory, that in America, that it shall indeed be a global leader for freedom and justice, not only for this country, but for every child around the world. And therefore, we lift high our voices, knowing that there are those inside of this building who are peeping out of their window, afraid to come out. If they don't come out, then, oh God, we pray that your Holy Spirit might go in there and make them unsettled, make them uneasy. Let them know that every vote that they lift high, that it's against the will of the people, that they can't sleep at night. Oh God, in the stillness of the night, just speak to us. When we are hot and when we are tired, you blow your wind and calm us down. But we pray that as people of faith, that those who don't acknowledge any faith, that we might be one. This is what democracy looks like. This is what a peaceful march looks like. This is what the opportunity to come together and to enforce our First Amendment rights looks like. But we're here not for our own benefit, but in order that this country might be a better place, in order that the world might be a better place.
God of love and God of justice, we close just as we said to our colleagues in the cross. I invite my sister and the other to come forward. It is hot, beloved, and we don't want you in the heat for one more minute. So we're going to give you instructions on, for some of you, how to get back to buses, how to get back to
That is Senator Manchin, you guys.
You see Senator where?
Look on the other side of the white beam. There's a girl standing with them.
They move.
Oh, with the red
Is
tie.
that him? It looks like him, but I can't see as well.
We can only see the
I gotta be honest with you, I don't think that's him.
Okay, Dan.
I see
wish
who.
we could get him to at least look out here.
No,
Let them eat cake. Have his Marie's moment. So those are staff members. Tell him you need him.
It's an older looking white guy, but it's not.
Hannah! I know every one of those people by name. Any chance you can get Senator Manchin out here?
Stop the filibuster!
We just need Senator Manchin. Just
Out
the
of
one.
the people! Stop the filibuster!
Just the one Senator.
Okay. Do you want me to get a car?
Put it over. Yeah, make it right the next minute. Make it right up first. Thank you. Make it right up first, then come back around. We got to set it.
Thank you.
Womack, she's going to be okay?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, she said she's okay.
Hey, Kim. At some point I need to return this to them, otherwise I'm all yours. Okay.
You want to go back or you want to stay for Johnson?
That's what I'm trying to discern is how long do you think you and Pauline and Jenny will be in this location?
I'm with you, so.
Well, but I want us to stick together. So what I'm going to do is find someone to give this to, and I'll be right back, and I'll meet you guys here.
We have a car right here.
On the bus, or you have a bid?
She's got a hotel here.
So you walk into the hotel?
We have a car right here. We have a car right here at the Methodist Church. I could get here.
Okay.
Who can escort you across?
We get her across.
Oh, she just got overheated.
I'm with her. If you want to walk with, I'm going to stay here with her. I'm going to stay here with her if you want to make sure that all that is.
I think we're going.
That's all right. They leave you. I hang out here.
I'll be like, thank you, Officer.
Put it off. Is it back up?
Yeah. This is like, Kimmy, this is the same thing they did after the park arrest during the Kavanaugh thing. Things that was before on the street.
Okay, just stand fast. All right, stand by where you are.
Bree. Bree and Kate. I'm going to stay with her. Okay. I'm just letting y'all know.
Where are they releasing you to? If you know.
Anyway, all they're going to do is decide it right there. They're going to release it right there.
Okay, so
it's probably best to circle around if you want to get to them immediately. Circle around first. Go down the bottom of First Street, make a right. Make a right. Come back a right. Okay, I'll walk back. Y'all go. You guys know the process.
Oh, God, yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Bartender.
You
Reverend Jackson get arrested? Oh, that's so bad. I hope I'm still doing this stuff when I'm 79. Well, I mean, I hope that there's no need for me to do it when I'm 79, but I hope I'm not that pretty bad.
I know there's not much actually going on, but I do want to actually see him, sign the thing and get released.
Yeah, do the post and forfeit. Yeah.
Oh, I'm over here. Yeah, I'm just waiting with her because of the way.
What have you been up to?
I guess I've been kind of all over the place. I think my most exciting thing of late was in Minnesota, the pipeline fight.
Yeah,
that was really fun.
Bill Teto was there. Yeah.
Right, so being there's direct action and there's literally chaining yourself to the board that's direct action. Yeah. But that was really interesting. I mean, there was some stuff that I really didn't know about. These things happens and that kind of stuff. The cops there get grants from Enbridge, which is the corporation that built the pipeline. They literally get money.
We're gonna stay
paying by cops.
It's a really interesting dynamic. Like in DC, it wouldn't. You couldn't have the
pseudo-private,
American Enterprise Institute
job.
It wouldn't work.
Like Pinkerton, it's pseudo-private.
Right. So it was really interesting. Yeah.
No person
When they took over a construction site, it was several.
They need me. Okay, psych.
Showed up. And the announcement they were making, it wasn't just you're being arrested for trespassing. It was you're under arrest for trespassing on critical infrastructure.
I'm gonna say it to her.
It's very specific. It's worse because it's a pipeline.
Shit.
All of that stuff I found super fascinating. This is the stuff I nerd. I mean, it's that. But I nerd out.
Ma'am, sir, behind you.
What were they ultimately?
Look,
what they're being charged with? What the penalty?
I think. Well, so it's still trespassing and misdemeanor, but my understanding is that it's an aggravating factor onto it. So theoretically, if they go through the process and are found guilty or plead guilty, theoretically it's worse than trespassing. I don't know exactly what that will end up looking like as far as any of them actually serve jail sentences or something. I'd be kind of surprised, but
yeah,
who knows?
Did you see me?
Did you stay in the camp?
No, I did visit the camp, but it was they were a little bit sensitive about media. While visiting it, they were the people who wanted to talk and the media liaisons and everything super friendly. But there was definitely an atmosphere of someone's with anybody who's in the media outside the camp all the time. No. So I was theoretically I was kind of invited to do so, but I felt it'd end up being weird. I think. I wouldn't want people to not say stuff because they're scared of it.
Right. It's good to give them their space.
Yeah.
Is there? Phil told me that there's a permanent camp. Phil went there. There were a number of people from MPP that went there.
Yeah. So they have campgrounds that
they
said they're basically going to.
They were setting up permanently. Yeah. That is awesome.
I think it'll also be a really interesting contrast. There's a talking point about the Capitol riot versus the summer protests that the police treat those two different things differently based on ideology and race and so forth. This year there's the fight over the pipeline, and then also on the West Coast there's a lot of really right-wing people who are planning to do an armed takeover of water. Means turn on the water again. But there's farmers who are mad about it being turned off in Oregon. So I think a fascinating, I think a story that will end up happening over the next year is the difference between left-wing water protectors and right wing for lack of a better word, but water liberty protectors, water liberators.
Guys, they're gonna open up Con Ave. I'm sure you're on my side.
I think it'll be fascinating. I don't know. I think as environmental issues get worse, that kind of conflict's going to happen more and more.
Yeah, fighting over water.
Literal physical fights over water and oil. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've got the Colorado River doesn't even make it to the Gulf anymore. Aquifers are being depleted, and so it's going to become a huge crisis. I agree. Meanwhile, California still gives basically like free reign to Nestle for their water.
Oh, man. Yeah, he blew it, man. Sure. Jenny, smile for the geeks.
Okay, guy.
Oh, there it is. Yes. There she is. That's a huge trip, yeah.
Where do you live full time?
Tenleytown.
Tenleytown.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm in Northwest.
You're right here. Okay.
Nice. But I end up traveling like
Because I see you all over the place. So yeah, I didn't know where you live.
How's People's Party stuff going?
Good. Good. Yeah, we're starting state parties.
Are you running candidates?
Yeah, in the midterms we want to run candidates. We haven't picked them yet, but
as high as Congress or like local?
It may be both. Yeah, both is what we're thinking.
How many fingers do I got?
I feel like the interesting place for that kind of like electoral strategy is like New York, where like you could technically like run, have some kind of coalition, candidate.
Fusion.
Yeah, you could have somebody who's running both working families and moving the People's Party and the Democrats at the same time. If you wanted to. That kind of stuff's fascinating. Like that they're able to do that. I know, like they have a conservative party that like a lot of like would-be Republicans like vote for the Republican as a conservative as opposed to like probably progressives.
Yeah, fusion leads to interesting battle lines. The top two states are some of the states that we think will be the best.
Which places are you?
California, Washington.
The state of Washington.
Yeah, the state of Washington. Because having top two primaries is, can kind of like cancel out the spoiler effect, basically.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Right. So you're hoping that your candidate would basically get like second choice approval.
Right. So it would be like a safe blue district, and so there would be like a Democrat who would win, and then we would win, and we'd go to the runoff. And so Democrat versus People's Party. And if it's like a district where people hate the establishment Democrat and they voted for Bernie twice, then there's no spoiler effect, because if they don't, by voting for the People's Party candidate, they just get the Democrat they've always had. So there's nothing to lose.
I feel like you make it sound too easy, and the Democrats are going to try to make that not be allowed somehow. Like that's like my gut tells me, like they're going to say like, oh, wipe them off the ballot. Like, they got Wisconsin Green Party off the ballot like in 2020.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, one of the things that the Green Party does is that they try to get ballot access kind of at the last minute, and we're doing it through a 4-year cycle.
Right.
So, like a number of veterans from the Green Party have told us, yeah, you're doing what I think that we should have always done. Because when you do it at the last minute, you're vulnerable to getting kicked off the ballot from Democrat challenges.
Is there logic that by doing it late, it gives them the opposition less time to prepare their sort of attack or whatever?
No, as we saw with the Green Party, they'll actually, it makes it so that you can be in the midst of a challenge and you don't really have time to fight back. And so you're kind of knocked off the ballot, but by the time you're done challenging it, even if you win, the election has passed or it's too late.
Right.
You weren't printed on the ballot, those kinds of things. So you want to do it early.
The Wisconsin one was such, like the thing that they actually like kicked them off over. It was like the vice presidential candidate had like moved addresses within the same city. It was literally just like the apartment address from one to another. They're like, oh, there's nobody who lives at that address with that name. You're off the ballot.
Yeah.
And that works.
Well,
I'm gonna talk to Vice really quick.
there was another state where they, individually tried to talk to enough people to get them to withdraw their signatures. Enough people who'd signed the ballot access petitions.
That's
to get them below the threshold. Yeah, apparently you can do that in some states.
Wow.
You can get people to withdraw their ballot access signatures. So
that's really weird.
Especially when in a state you have to get ballot access signatures like by congressional district or something like that.
I had never heard of that.
Number per congressional district, and so they can find the congressional district where you submitted the lowest and it's closest to the, and then they can just try to bring it 1 or 5, below the difference, and to try to knock you off.
Are they like knocking on doors saying like, we understand you signed this thing? Would you like
Yeah, they're like individually contacting people and then trying to scare them.
That sounds like a Roger Stone song. I mean, honestly, like that sounds so like that sounds like such a dirty trick.
It's like something that shouldn't be legal. Yeah.
If you can ask Yolanda, if her vehicle is close by, if she can go and get water.
I probably haven't played this song enough, but
All
good
right.
seeing you out here.
Good seeing you too.
Okay, so to the people who are watching, by the way, if you were listening to my conversation in the background, that was Nick Brana, who leads the Movement for People's Party, which is kind of an up and rising progressive third party. So it's sort of an interesting thing on the side there. But anyway, so a number of people, I'm going to guess about 20, but including Reverend Barbara and Reverend Jesse Jackson, were arrested here outside the Russell building. They were primarily protesting over what they see as Senator Joe Manchin, the Democrat, and Senator Mitch McConnell, the Republicans' failure to pass the For the People Act, which would have reformed and nationalized certain elements of voting rights, including standardizing early voting and making certain aspects of vote by mail available. So they feel that, firstly that that the bill should have passed, but also they feel that reform the filibuster, which is the reason that this was able to be rejected, because as opposed to 50 senators plus a vice presidential tiebreaker, they would have required 60 votes to override the filibuster and therefore get it passed. And so they see it as Joe Manchin's responsibility that did not happen. I should note that while Reverend Barbara and Reverend Jesse Jackson were arrested, that they did not use like handcuffs or zip ties. In making these, they did what's called post and forfeit, which is where they arrest them on site, walk them over to a table where they sign a document that basically says that they forfeit, that they acknowledge that they violated the law or whatever, and pay a fine on site, and then that's all there is to it, and they get released. So with that, like, share, subscribe. I will have HD video highlights of some of this out later this afternoon. Thank you everybody for watching. I believe that I will have another live stream tomorrow afternoon, also pertaining to a bill, a sort of protest, something like this, and another on Sunday in New York City. So stay tuned for all that. Thanks.